Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. I am Ashfaq and today we will create complete CI/CD project using Jenkins, Maven and the Apache Tomcat server. Let's get started. I will go to browser and I have logged into my AWS console. I will go to launch instances. I will give the name Jenkins server. I will select the Amazon Linux and AMI I will select Amazon Linux 2. I'm already having one key pair. Launch instance. So instance is running. I will copy the public IP. I will open the mobile system. Session SSH. I will give the public IP username AC2-user advanced use private key. I will provide my private key. Okay, so I'm logged in. I will go to root. If you go to this URL, the complete steps have been mentioned for the installation of Jenkins. First of all, I will do the yum update. Then I will download this repo. I will now download this key. I will now do the yum upgrade. I will now install the EPEL. Yes. I will now install the OpenJDK 11. I will now install the Java 11. Now I will go ahead and install the Jenkins. I will give this command, and this command will actually enable the Jenkins service to start at every boot. I will now start the Jenkins service. Okay, Jenkins service has been started. If I give the command java version, so you can see here JDK is installed in the system. And if I give the command java version, so Java also is available in our server. So Jenkins is also running in our server. I will now go ahead and change the hostname of this server. Jenkins-server. I want to keep this hostname to the server. I will go to cd etc. I will open the hostname file and I will give the hostname which I want to provide to this server. I have changed the hostname of this server, so I need to reboot this server. Okay, so server is rebooting. Meanwhile, I will go to my EC2 instance security. Actually, the Jenkins works on the port 8080. So in the security group, I will allow the port 8080. Edit inbound rule, add rule 8080 anywhere, save rule. I will go to mobile system and press R. So server has been rebooted. I will copy the public IP address of my EC2 instance and I will browse it with port 8080 on the new tab. In the server, I will go to this path. I will go to root first and I will go to this path. I will copy this password. I will provide it here. Continue. Install suggested plugins. I will provide my username. cloud user. I will set the password. I will confirm the password. Cloud user. I will provide here my email address. 7 continue. 7 finish. Start using Jenkins. So here we have completed the Jenkins setup on our EC2 instance. In the previous section of the video, we have set up our Jenkins server, and on the same server we will be configuring the Maven also. So I will go to remote terminal of my Jenkins server, and you can go to this download link of the Maven and copy the path of the tar.gz file. I will go to root first. So I'm inside the root now. I will go to /opt folder, and I will give here the command wget and the copied path. If I do the ls, so this is the tar.gz file which has been downloaded. I will extract this file. So this is the folder which has been extracted from the tar.gz file. For simplicity, I will move this folder to the Maven folder. I will go to Maven folder. So these are the content of the Maven folder. If I go to cd bin folder, if I give here the command /mvn -v, so it is showing the Maven version. But if I go outside the bin folder and if I give the same command, so it is not showing the output. So to run the Maven from anywhere on the server, we need to set up the environment variables. For that, I will first go to root home directory. So I am inside the root. If I do the ll-a, so these are the files here. So we have to edit this file .bash underscore profile. I will open this file, and below the fi I will give two path m2 underscore home equal to slash opt slash maven, which is the path for the maven, and m2 equal to slash opt slash maven slash bin. This is the path of the binary folder for the maven. And below this I will give java underscore home equal to, so to get the java path I will duplicate this tab and I will give this command. So this is the path of the java in our system. So I will copy this path and I will go back to .bash underscore profile file and I will paste the path here, userlib jvm and java 11, and here path equal to $path colon $home slash bin. Here I will give the colon at the end and I will provide this. So this is the path for the java and this is the maven home directory and this is the binary folder for the maven. I will save this file. Now if I give the command echo $path, so still it is not showing the path for the maven and the java. So I will give the command source .bash underscore profile, which will save the changes made to .bash underscore profile. Now if I give the command echo $path, now it is showing the complete path for the java also, for the maven also, and for the binary folder of the maven also. Now I'm not in the bin directory of the maven, I'm inside the root. If I give here the command mvn-v, I'm able to get the uh, output of this command. Now I can run this command anywhere. I can run the maven from anywhere on the server. In the previous section of the video, we have set up the maven. We have configured the maven on the server, on the same server on which we have our Jenkins. Now we have to install the Jenkins, Maven plugin on the Jenkins, and then we need to configure the Jenkins for the Maven. I will go to my EC2 instance. I will copy the public IP and I will go to Jenkins dashboard. I will go to manage Jenkins plugins, available plugins. I will search here Maven integration. This is the plugin which we want to install. I will select this plugin and I will tick here on install without restart. So it has installed the dependencies. I will go back to home. I will again go to manage Jenkins. The, the plugin has been installed for the Maven. Now we need to configure that plugin. So I'm under the manage Jenkins. I will go to tools. So under the JDK, I will click on add JDK. Name I will give here Java 11, and Java home path we need to give. So this is the home path for the Java. usr-lib jvn Java. This is the actual path, and same we have given in the .bash underscore profile also. So I will give here the path. Ignore this message, and now I will go to Maven, and under the Maven installation I will click on add Maven, and I will give here the name Maven, and I will untick this because it was not installed automatically. We have installed the Maven, and the path for the Maven is slash opt slash Maven. So I will click on apply and I will click on save. Okay, now under the manage Jenkins, I will go to plugins, install plugins. I will search here GitHub. So I will disable this plugin and I will enable this one, GitHub plugin. It is asking me to restart. I will click here. Jenkins service is restarting. Meanwhile, I will go to server and I will install the Git here. I will go to Jenkins GUI. I will log in again. Actually, we now want to create one test project and we want to test the build. So I will click on new item. I will give the name test Maven build, and I will click here on Maven project. Okay. So description I will provide. Source code I will select Git, and this is the Git repository which we will test here. So I will copy the Git repo and I will provide it here. Credentials none. Branches, this is the main branch. So I will give here main, and the under the build root pom equal will be pom.xml. Goals and option I will give clean install. I will click on apply and save. I will click on build now. So build has started. So build successful, and this is the log of all the steps for the build job. It downloads all the dependencies for the build. If I go to uh, our project, our job, and under the job, if I go to workspace, web app, target, and under the target folder, you can see webapp.war. This is the build file, final build file of this build process, webapp.war. Now we have to set up the Tomcat server. I will go to my AWS console and launch instance. I will give the name Tomcat server. Amazon Linux. I will select Amazon Linux 2. I will select my key pair. Launch instance. I will go to instance. So Tomcat also works on the port 8080. So I will go to security group, edit inbound rule, add rule, 8080 anywhere, save rule. So my Tomcat server is running now. I will copy the public IP and access it from the terminal. Session SSH, I will give the IP ec2-user advanced, use private key. I will select my key. OK. So we are inside the newly created EC2 instance, which will be our Tomcat server. I will go to root. I will go to home directory of the root. I am inside the root. So first of all, we need to install the Java. Yes. If I give the command java -fn version, so Java has been installed in my server. I will go to this link and I will copy the path of the tar.gz file, and on the terminal I am inside the root. I will go to cd opt and here I will give the command wget and I will paste the copied path here. If I do the ls, so this is the tar.gz file which has been downloaded. I will extract this file. So this is the extracted directory. For simplicity, I will move it to Tomcat folder. So this is the Tomcat directory. I will go to Tomcat directory. I will go to bin folder and here there is a one startup file. We need to start the Tomcat. So I will give here the command /startup.sh. So Tomcat has been started in our server. I will now copy the public IP of the server and go to new tab and I will browse it with the port 8080. So this is the Apache Tomcat home page. If I go to manager app, it is giving me the error. So to resolve this error, we need to edit this context.xml file. I will again go back to my terminal and I will search here the context.xml file. I will give the command to search the context.xml file, find slash hyphen name context.xml. So these are the two files which we need to edit. The first one is doc file, second one is example file. So the last two files we need to edit. So I will first open the this file, the first one, vim, and here value class name. So you can see here it is only allowing through the local host. So we need to comment this two lines. So I will go to insert and here I will give the notation to comment, exclamation hyphen hyphen, and in the next line at the end I will add hyphen hyphen. So this is how we comment in the XML file. I will save this file. Now we need to edit the second file. I will open it and I will again go here, insert, and I will give here the notation to comment this, exclamation hyphen hyphen, and in the next line so I have commented this also. I will save this. Now we need to reboot the uh, Tomcat server. So I will go to cd bin and I will run the shutdown.sh. After that I will run the startup.sh. I will now again go to browser. I will refresh this. So this is the actually home page of the Tomcat. If I go to manager app, now it is asking us the credentials. So now we have to create the credentials in the Tomcat server to access this. So again I will go back to terminal I will go back one folder and I will open the another directory conf, and inside this we have to edit this file to create the users, tomcat-users.xml. I will open this file and I need to go to at the end of this file. So for that I will click shift plus G. So at the end you can see few users are there, but they are commented. So first of all I will insert and I will uncomment this, and I will delete all these users, and here I will provide the three new users details which we need to create. So you can see here we want to create the three users. The first one is admin, which we will use to access the GUI and deployer, and this user we will configure in the Jenkins GUI, and third user is Tomcat actually. I will remove the extra spaces from the line. I will save this file. So again now we need to reboot the Tomcat server. I will go back one directory. I'm in the Tomcat. I will go to bin. I will first run the shutdown.sh, then I will run the startup.sh. I will go to browser, so I will refresh here. I will go to manager app, and here I will provide the username and password for the admin which we have just created. So I'm able to log into Apache Tomcat server, and these are the pre-created applications in the Apache Tomcat server. In the previous section of the video, we have set up the Tomcat server. Now we need to integrate the Tomcat with the Jenkins. There is no predefined plugin for the Tomcat server. We need to install deploy to container plugin. Then we need to configure Tomcat server with the credentials. I will go to manage Jenkins, plugins, available plugins. I will search here deploy to container, and this is the plugin which I want to install. I will select this and I will click on install without restart. Okay, so dependencies have been installed. I will go to home page. Now we need to add the credentials of the Tomcat server to the Jenkins. I will go to manage Jenkins, and under the security I will go to credentials, system, global credentials, and I will click here on add credentials, kind username and password. Username I will provide deployer, and I will provide the password. These credentials we had created in the previous section of the video. Tomcat credentials. Now I will click on create. I will go to dashboard. I will go to new job. I will give here the name, build and deploy to Tomcat. Maven project. Okay. I will give the description, build and deploy to Tomcat server. Git. I will give here my Git repository, branch main, build pom.xml, goals and options, clean install. And under post build action, I will go here, add post build action, and I will select this, deploy where to a container, where file I will give star star slash star dot where. If it finds the any dot where file inside the build directory of the workspace, it will deploy it. Credentials I will select, sorry, containers I will go to add container, and I will add here tomcat 8.x. Credentials I will select deploy tomcat credentials which we had created previously, and we need to give the URL of the Tomcat server. So this is our URL. I will provide the URL of the Tomcat server here, and I will click on apply, save. Okay, now we have created the job. I will run this job by clicking on the build now. I will close this tab, otherwise build will fail. Okay, so build completed. Complete job has been completed. Build and deploy completed. Finish success. So if I go to new tab and browse here the IP address of the Tomcat server with the port 8080, so I'm able to browse. I will go to manager app. So if under the manager app you can see one application has been deployed, web app, which is our application deployed through the Jenkins. If I go to this application web app, so I'm able to browse my application. This is my registration app. Now we need to automate the build and deploy process using PolSCM. So I will go to Jenkins GUI. I will go to my job, configure, and here I will tick on under the build triggers. I will tick on PolSCM, and schedule I will provide star 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 star. This means every minute it will check this repository. If any change is there in this repository, then it will trigger the pipeline. And note one thing here, using this PolSCM, it will only monitor this repository, not the complete account. I will click on apply, save. Okay, now we need to test our pipeline. So I will go to my repository, web app, src main web app. I will go to this file index.jsp, edit, and I will change here the headline, new user registration for DevOps learning. I will add here at virtual tech box. I have added this. I will commit the changes, and if I go to my Jenkins job, so within a minute it should trigger the pipeline. Okay, so you can see here it has automatically triggered the build and deploy job. I will close the app. Okay, so job completed successfully. I will browse the Tomcat server IP address with port 8080. manager app. I will go to our app which has been deployed through the Jenkins job. So you can see here changes has been deployed here. We will test it again. This time I will go to my repository index.jsp, and you can see here there is no space between thank and you. I will add the space here. I will go to first edit. I will add the space and I will make y as capital. I will do the commit. I will close the application, and if I go to Jenkins job, so it should trigger within a minute. So you can see here job has been triggered. Okay, build and deploy completed successfully. If I go to my app, which is on my Tomcat server, manage app, and this is my app which has been deployed through the Jenkins. So you can see here changes has been applied. By this way you can create the CI/CD pipeline in an automated way using Jenkins, Maven, and the Tomcat server. And any change on the GitHub repository which you can do from your local system also through the Git, and that change will initiate the pipeline, that is the Jenkins job, and it will build first using the Maven and it will deploy the application on the Tomcat server, and all this will happen in the automated way. Hope you find this video helpful. A lot of effort went behind this video, so do subscribe to my channel, like the video, share it with the friends, and spread the knowledge. I will see you in the next video. Thank you.